distance and report the case. Don't just isolate, keep the person away, but you leave it like that. Report it. Constant hand washing is also very important. We may probably at some point introduce again mask wearing, which is very, very important for all of the diseases that we talk about. And around this kind of time where the rainy season is coming in, we pretty sure that we'll be having a lot of cold, common cold and flu and those kind of things. We've been following that. So hand washing, hand sanitizing, distancing yourself, not lying on the same bed the person lied on, not drinking from the same cup, or not taking bath with the same towel that patient or new infected person took bath with. So these are the kind of measures that we're putting in place.
In a case where you don't know whether a person is infected, like I went to a supermarket today and they have the washing hand stuff right outside to washing before you enter.
Right. And those are the measures. Those are coming back, or where we will call for places of gathering, including churches, mosques, stadia, huh?
Yeah,
That's
both.
Latin.
Yeah, both are correct.
Yeah, both are correct.
Yeah, stadium.
Stadia. Anyway, we're not speaking Crew and Grego and GC. So yeah, those things will come back. We will still implement those regulations. And the good thing is that, like I said, we are used to that already. And people, even without telling our citizens now, the number of awareness that we carry out during Ebola and COVID has helped us to sensitize our people that, in fact, they can self-regulate in terms of public health measures. But we have to increase and enforce that and carry out a lot of awareness in the vernaculars, do a lot of community engagements, and all of that requires resources, financial as well as material.
That is where I was going. Do you have the resources ready and in place to beat back Mpox?
The resources we had are what we have been using along with partners' help. And we've, at this stage, at this moment where we have this low level of infectious rate, where we have good recovery, and where we have no deaths, should government provide additional resources that we will not be hanking on partners or relying on partners' assistance every time, just in the event where partner may not have, I think we will go a long way in addressing our monkeypox viral outbreak cases as announced by the World Health Organization and the Africa CDC.
Did you make that point known at the cabinet meeting and in your meeting with the legislature?
Yes, I made that point known during the meeting at the cabinet, where colleagues and the president and the vice presidents were thoroughly briefed in that presentation. And it was, I very well understand, it was well received. And the president himself, being a public health president, that which many people probably don't know, is taking, he did a lot during Ebola, along with Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, our former president. He did a lot in having the Prevail being found. He did a lot in a lot of the research and things being brought. During the initial stages of the infection of Ebola, he was in the States and we worked together. He was instrumental in having the hyperimmune plasma that was used to treat the infected doctors that time, Dr. Brisbane and then two other colleagues that were infected, Dr. Ireland. So he was very instrumental, and he's been following things of medicine and things of public health. And so most time when we talk about him in my arena, I describe him as the public health kind of person and public health president.
Steve Doito, who is a media and communication specialist, environmental campaigner, wrote this on yesterday. And I want to hear your response because it's quite critical. It says, Dr. Dubai Crazian must issue an open apology to the public for misleading statements on the monkeypox situation in the country. when did NPHRL first learn of the monkeypox threat? Why did they deny the international alerts from Reuters and WOAH instead of launching an immediate investigation? And how many more warnings will be ignored before Liberia strengthens its disease surveillance? These are the questions the public must now ask. Following yesterday's press conference where NPHRL confirmed the very monkeypox case it previously dismissed. Just weeks ago, the agency assured the nation that reports of bird flu and monkeypox were unfounded and lacked scientific evidence. And now we are told the virus is indeed spreading. Such a merry-go-round by Dr. Dubai Chris Nyan is more than an embarrassment. It exposes serious flaws in how Liberia handles public health threats. What is even more troubling is that Dr. Nyan ignored warnings from a respected global body, further highlighting a health system that is more reactive than proactive. How can citizens trust health alerts in the future when public health agencies backtrack on previous claims? Health communication must be based on facts, not defensiveness. I am now left with the following questions. Who signed off on the public denial? Who should take responsibility now that the story has changed? The press and the public deserve answers. Liberia cannot afford a public health agency that plays catch up with the truth. The next outbreak may not give us a second chance. How do you respond to this? Quite critical of you.
Listening to that, whoever wrote that must in themselves be confused. They certainly have no evidence. They certainly have not been following. That's why I suggest to me and anybody listening to that, the Nphil has never denied the existence of Mpox, if that is what you just read. The Nphil immediately when the outbreak was announced on August 13 and August 14, respectively, by the WHO and the Africa CDC. In the next 3-4 days, the Nphil detected these first 2 cases, one from Sino and one from Lofa, from 2 extremes of the country. We announced that there was a press conference held at the Ministry of Information, the MICAT press conference. It was held. We put in place all our regulations, all our guideposts, activated the incident management system. So I practically don't know what this person is writing. They must be confusing. They must be confusing something.
Did you deny the WHO alert that the disease might have been here?
If we took actions in what I'm explaining, how can you describe that as denial? Where is the evidence? This person talk about it must be evidence-based. Where is the evidence? We have all our releases. Go on our web pages, go on our social media pages, go on our personal pages. You will see all of our pronouncements there. This whoever wrote that must, and we will demand that they retract that because it lacks evidence, is only rhetorical and misleading in itself.
Okay. Thanks so kindly, sir. Let's take to the lines. Let's hear from Liberians. We have, in terms of people who are concerned, do we now tell drivers to take 3 at the back, 1 in the front, and be more careful with distancing and all of that?
Well, we will have to evaluate the situation, look at what we are dealing with, before coming up with any stringent regulations.
Let me ask.
We don't want to be premature in issuing regulations.
How is this virus spread?
It's spread through contact, mainly, and through respiratory droplets at some time, but mainly through personal contact.
What kind of personal contact?
Shaking of hands, hugging,
okay.
Shaking of hands, hugging,
touching,
lying down on the same surface where somebody lied, who was infected, sitting in the same chair where someone who was infected is, you sitting in that chair, wherever, because what we call viral shedding, right? Meaning that, those viral particles are left everywhere in a particular area where an infected person was. So you have to be very careful. And that's the personal contact we're talking about. You may not come in contact with the individual, but where they sat, where they slept, what they took bath with the towel, and you come in contact with that,
I want
you'll be prone to catching this virus.
talking about the incubation period. At what point is it transmissible? Is it when the rashes start to show, or what?
The virus is transmissible within about 1 week of infection. We don't like to give time frames so that people are not misled, but we ask you to be very cautious. If you think you have rashes, if you think you are developing rashes, if you think you are feverish, and in this kind of time we are living in, if you begin to see those bumps coming on yourself, already know that at some point you may already be infectious, but the most infectious status come when those bumps are fully wrapped. Let's put it that way in a simple term, and they have those pores in there, because those pores the bump may burst out. The pores where the virus is concentrated, as we have tested in the laboratory, you may share it around, and at that point people become painful? Very infectious.
Are they painful?
It is painful. The patients experience itching, and yeah. So, as part of the symptomatic treatment, patients who come down with that and are experiencing that symptoms are addressed by given medication that will stop the pain.
Okay. His name is Dr. Dube Chris Nya of the National Public Health Institute of Liberia. We have him here. Let's open the lines now. 777 700 995 555 995 995. The numbers to call, and you will be through to the OK conversation. Coming up next will be Monserrato District 14 Representative Kekura Muka Kamara. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Julius.
Go ahead.
This is Nelson Bidel, and I call you from Caldwell. I want to thank Dr. Dube Chris Young for the information. But one thing I want to know, my first question, has he reconciled with the Minister of Health regarding the power struggle? Two, the issue with the Mpox. I think it's very important that he keep this out.
Your line is breaking up.
Are you getting me?
Your line was breaking up.
Saying?
Hello? Okay, that caller. Let's take this one. Welcome. Let's hear you, sir. Senator Jonathan Sogwe.
How are you doing today, Mr. J?
I'm fine. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay, so let me say salutation to Dr. Young. I'm following with great interest, and I heard him to have said that Liberia has only 4 cases as of now, and that Sierra Leone has multiple. My question here is that something we are doing right for which we have only 4 cases, or it has not multiplied into Liberia yet? And if it is the second, then what can we now do to mitigate this situation so that it doesn't escalate into a pandemic? That's my question.
Okay. Thanks so kindly for your concern. Sir, he's jotting them down. This person says NPHIL denied outbreak of H1N1 virus in birds and dogs, not Mpox. From Reuters News reported the outbreak of H1N1 virus, which NPHIL said the samples tested so far has no H1N1 virus. Let's see who's on this side. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Good afternoon,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Emmanuel Guy from New Jersey. You know, the data institute really, when you explain, but all these things are for me, it cost me the last time. You see, in a country we try to think on another thing. All the people just in the country to confuse with the citizens. Really?
How now?
Fine. Because the sickness, all the things that the man is discussing, serious, it can happen. Because don't I mean, for me, I'm a working man. So if I go home now, if all few on me, so I line that for me, I'm a married man. Why I line that my emotionally line the rest? So that what you trying to tell me, I shouldn't tell anybody.
No, that is if you feel that perhaps you may have the